Welcome back to the Cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now we are seeing the Ethereum RSI break out to the upside while the stock market is taking a hit. I'll be talking about all of that and more in just a moment, and if that sounds good to you, feel free to leave a like down below, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. But with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here, we are on the Ethereum $0 chart on the daily time frame, and as I mentioned in my last Ethereum update video that I posted yesterday on the channel, Ethereum is still fighting this range of resistance coming in between around 2650 and 2900. So until Ethereum starts breaking above around 2900 to 3000, then we really cannot flip overly bullish because we certainly haven't confirmed a new recovery until we start breaking some of those other important resistance levels. So while the price of Ethereum is still fighting this resistance, we are kind of in a deciding moment in the shorter term. For example, if we end up breaking above that resistance, as I just said, that would be clearly a bullish signal. But if we get another rejection from this point of resistance, then we could head back down towards this range of support coming in between 2.3k and 2.4k. But one thing to pay attention to here for Ethereum is the daily RSI, which has confirmed a breakout to the upside. And over the past 1 to 2 days, we have seen a very slight pullback, but we haven't actually invalidated this breakout just yet. For this breakout to invalidate, we would need to break back below this importance line coming in at around 35 in the daily RSI for Ethereum. And at the time of recording this video, we have not seen that, which is a good sign in the shorter term. And what is also a good sign to see here is the fact that the RSI on the daily time frame for Ethereum has officially just put in a new higher high. In fact, this is the first higher high we have seen in the daily RSI since all the way back in October, or if you want to count these small little highs right here, then we are seeing the first higher high since November, which is obviously a good sign to see as well. But before we can officially confirm a new uptrend in the daily RSI, we also need to confirm a higher low, which as of right now, we have not seen that, but of course, I'll be keeping you updated here in these videos, because if the Ethereum RSI does end up forming a higher low, then technically higher highs and higher lows confirms a new short-term uptrend in the daily RSI. And the last couple times that the Ethereum RSI on the daily time frame was in an uptrend was back in the second half of July, and also back in October last year as well. And if you're looking at the corresponding price action, both of those time periods led into more bullish price action for Ethereum. And also just quickly reminding you that we are still holding above this ascending line of support, which is currently coming in at around 2.4k, which is obviously good to see because it means that we are still forming higher lows in the price for Ethereum here on the 3-day time frame. And speaking about the 3-day time frame, taking a look in the 3-day RSI, what we are seeing right now is potentially the first breakout that we have seen so far along this downtrend. And if you're looking at where we saw the most recent 3 daily candle close right here in the RSI, technically speaking, even though it wasn't far above this line of resistance, it did indeed close above the line of resistance, which technically is one confirmation of the breakout to the upside. Obviously, the more candle closes, the better. So it would be very interesting to see where the next 3 daily candle closes at in around 2 days from now. And now giving you a really quick update on the Ethereum versus Bitcoin charts on the 3-day time frame. Nothing much has happened over the past few days, so I'm going to keep this quick. Basically, what we saw around a week ago was a nice bounce from this level of support, which was coming in at around 0.065 Bitcoin per Ethereum. And since that bounce around a week ago, we have been playing out some short-term bullish price action until today, pretty much, where we have seen a very slight pullback so far at the time of recording this video. Now, if this continues any further to the downside, of course, we have this level that I just talked about, and that is the level that needs to hold in order to maintain this uptrend for Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Because obviously, if Ethereum starts breaking below that important level that I just mentioned, then that would mean that we are finally making some lower lows, which is the first signal that we would be looking out for to determine a potential trend reversal. And for any of the beginners out there, if Ethereum is moving to the upside against Bitcoin, that just basically means Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin. And if Ethereum starts dropping to the downside against Bitcoin and breaking these levels of support, that just means Ethereum would be underperforming against Bitcoin. And now taking a look at what is happening in the stock market, here is the S&P 500 index on the 2-hour time frame. And over the past 1 to 1.5 weeks, we have seen some decent bullish price action in the shorter term because we've been playing out this bullish W pattern, which technically gave us the price target towards 4.7k in the S&P 500 index. But if you watched my recent Bitcoin update video that I posted a few hours ago, in that video, I let you know that there is a very good chance that the stock market is probably going to experience a short-term dip. And so far since that video, that is exactly what has happened. First of all, both the S&P 500 index and the Nasdaq 100 index opened below yesterday's closing price. And as I also mentioned in my Bitcoin update video, the reason why that has been the case is because of Facebook shares, also known as Meta shares. So this chart right here, which is by the way on the 12-hour time frame, shows us what Facebook has done just recently over the past 1 day. In fact, if I measured this out from yesterday's daily candle close to where we are right now at the time of recording this video, in less than 1 full day, Meta, also known as Facebook, has lost around 24 to 25% value, which has resulted in around 200 billion US dollars getting wiped off Facebook's market cap. And considering the fact that Meta, also known as Facebook, is one of the biggest companies in the US stock market, it was pretty obvious that this was going to have a negative effect on the stock market, such as the S&P 500 index, for example. But it was definitely good to see that Facebook didn't have too much of a negative effect on the S&P 500, because even though Facebook is down around 24 to 25%, the S&P 500, on the other hand, is only down around 1.5% from yesterday's daily candle close. But with that being said, I would definitely remain more on the cautious side, especially with this sort of thing happening. But one really good thing to see here is the US dollar currency index flashing multiple bearish signals. For example, the US dollar currency index has just met the price target out of this W pattern. On top of that, we have also just seen a clear rejection from the golden pocket, which is strong resistance. And on top of that, right now we are seeing a bearish divergence here on the 3-day time frame. We are seeing higher highs in the price, but lower highs in the RSI, which is one of the first major signs of weakness in this uptrend that we are in right now in the US dollar. So the best case scenario for us as crypto investors is if the US dollar played out a reversal back to the downside, because anytime we see a lot of bearish price action on this chart, the US dollar currency index, we usually see a lot of bullish price action in Ethereum, Bitcoin, and really the overall crypto markets. For example, the end of 2020 leading into the beginning of 2021. And as always, if you want to stay up to date in the financial markets at all times, make sure you follow me over on my Twitter, and the link to my Twitter is in the description down below and also in the pinned comment. If you found this video useful or simply enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like down below, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on any of these important updates that I post every single day. Also, for anyone new to the channel, feel free to check out one of these uploads if you haven't already. The video in the top left shows you step by step how to open a long position or a short position, and the video in the bottom left shows you how I earn passive income every day on my crypto holdings. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.